Okay, we have a Ford Fiesta in today for our water leak procedure. It is a 2010 model, so we're just going to show you what we've found so far. All the water was collecting in the boot area. There wasn't any evidence of any water inside the car, so we're just going to show you what we've found so far. So the first thing we're going to focus on is the air vents behind the rear bumper. So we've got the hose behind the rear bumper simulating it's out, that it's raining, and we have our flexi camera here, which is going down that little box section there. So if I just put my camera on here, just so you can see where the camera is. There we go. Right, okay, so we can see that it's making its way past the rear air vent on the passenger side. So we can see that the water's passing through the vents. So it's leaking on the passenger side. It doesn't seem to be leaking on the drivers, but obviously we do advise changing the power. So that would be our first leak on that vent down there. And then what that would do is fill up the box section and work its way into the boot area. And quickly moving on to the next side, if we go into this little hole here with our flexi camera. Okay, so we've got our flexi camera down in this little bit of a corner here. And what I need to do is, okay, so we can see on the camera here, we have some blanking tape. So we can see on that blanking tape it's hanging off. So what that's then doing is, if we just get a bit of water and we're going to just pour it on the outside of where the light is, and then what that then should do is it should simulate that the water is then falling in the car. So there we go, we've got little bits of signs there, nothing major, but obviously we can see the flap hanging off. And then that's then going to work its way down. It will sit on top of the air vent, which we can see there's a tiny bit of water here, and then it's then filling up. So that's the two we found on the back. And now if we focus on these top points up here, these are the cracked welded seams. So what we're going to do is, if I put a bit of water on this side first of all, so we put a bit of water up in this top corner, just simulating it's out in the rain. And then what we should do is we should start to see some water starting to form. There we go. So it's starting to fall out there just where I'm putting the water on. So that's me just putting water on this top corner here. And then if we come over to the other side, so we're on the passenger side now. This passenger side leaks a little bit more. So what we're going to do is we're going to put water in this top corner. And then if we quickly go on the inside, there we go. So we can see it leaking in quite quickly there. So it's running down on the inside of the box section. And then what it then does is it basically fills up this pocket, as we can see down there. So it's filling up this pocket. And then what that would then do is it then runs off into the spare wheel holder. So there we go, that's all the leaks we've found so far. Okay, so we have the end video for the Ford Fiesta. So it's been tested and it's been courtesy washed as well. That's why it looks nice and shiny on the outside. So everything's been fixed now, and there's no signs of any water getting in the boot area, what it was doing previously. So if we just quickly lift this cover up here. Okay, so there's no signs of any water coming out to the pockets where it originally was on both sides, and they both seem to be dry, which is a good sign. So that one's all ready to go out to the real environment test now, obviously, and that's one's all sorted. If you'd like to give us a contact call and let us know, obviously, if you want us to maybe buff it up and do anything else for it, like we mentioned when we took it in, just give us a phone call, and then obviously we can put something together for you. Okay, lovely. Okay, so just a quick video before we send the estimates through, just to explain obviously what we're going to do. First things first is, because the car had a water leak, you do have an upgrade on the coatings you have on the exterior. So we've put two of them together for you. So first things first, just to note, for a ceramic coating on this one here, we have a super hydrophobic coating, which is 12 to 18 months. But the upgrade from that would be a Matrix Blue, which is a 3-year ceramic coating. And the ceramic coating on the Matrix Blue includes the coating, It also includes a paint correction to this front wing because there's just a slightest bit of scratches there. It also comes with a double buff, and also it comes with a clay and an exterior detail. We also put on the estimate to do some cosmetics and close match paint. So what we would do is we would obviously buff this here, and then we would touch these in, which would make them about a 60% improvement. So we've got two estimates which are going to be coming through. So we have, what have we got? So the first one for the 3 year on the upgrade was 558.60, or we had the next upgrade, which was a 5 year product, which is a butterfly, but you then get upgraded to the Matrix Black, which is a 8 year product. And with all of the paint correction and the cosmetics as well, you'd be looking at £802.60, and that also includes the buffing and the clay bar and bits and pieces like that. So I'm just going to send the estimate over to you now, but just to obviously explain what we was going to do to the car. And I believe we will probably put a product on the wheels which is InnoX, just to stop the brake dust sticking to the car as well. Okay, lovely. Okay, we have a Ford Fiesta 2010. It was one of these cars where it had a water leak, so it was a negative, and the customer has now turned it into a positive. As you can see, it's had a new DriveTech ceramic coating, which is a 3 year product. It actually come with a 2-stage buff, a clay and an exterior detail. And the wheels have been coated with a product which is called InnoX, which basically stops the brake dust sticking to the wheels, so it's easier to clean. So it definitely looks like it's bringing itself back to life. So I believe the customer is going to be very happy. You don't see many 2010 Fiestas looking like that. So he's took full advantage of bringing his car to us with a water leak. Well, as you can imagine, it's not nice. And then he's going to then go and drive around in kind of like a new car again. And we'll quickly do the bonnet test. There's not many clouds out there today, but we can see the houses on the next street in there, so that's a good sign, and they look very, very clear. Okay, so I believe the customer will be very happy.